Good day, away from here. Now I'd like to proceed with our session 2 on our product certification scheme. Okay, so if you have any question, please kindly let us know. So in our processes training today, we'd like to let you know the overview of application. As a client, you can choose to come direct online for your e-application, or you can make appointments to come to our HQ, Secure Walk, or you can go to refer to our 5 service point, which is forecast to come in near future. For external support, you can check with our trained consultant list for your consultancy in regards to the product certification scheme. As all the application inquiries comes into our representative or service points, okay, this will be entertained to ensure that you know how to fill up the application form. But of course, we will not help you in filling it up. We actually provide as a guide to you. Okay. Then you can come to our front desk submission for your physical evidence sample submission as well. Okay. Or you can actually submit your test reports manually as well. But we encourage you to use the system to save time to upload all your test reports or provide us with the necessary link. Okay, and after this is being fulfilled and you get your certificate of conformity, therefore you go to product traceability where your IMEI and serial number will be fully traceable, as this information will be parked under the MCMC and customs databases or OGAs. Okay, so in terms of processes flow, there will be 2: product approval application and product approval assessment. Application is on your side where the client will need to do online submission. Okay, then automatically you'll be given the total fees where you need to make the payment in order for us to follow up with the document verification. Once the verification work has been done, we require to submit a product sample. In fact, it's 2. You have to get ready 2 product samples for us, the production unit type. And we'll do the necessary assessment, including document evaluation, which we look at your test report, okay, for the results. And the evaluators will then pass over to a reviewer to do the final checking, and the approval will be given after the meeting of the approval person with the certification panel. And with that, we will actually provide you the e-certificate of conformity, which you can use it to do your self-labeling program to register all your shipment units, IMEI or serial number, and to proceed further for your shipment approval, which we call the e-permit. Okay, and these are in detail to understand better about your type approval requirements. You need to go to MCMC website to download the TSR 2000 or the Technical Specification Requirement 2000 to find out more about your class assignments and type or category of your product. Okay, check the frequency type. You can zoom into the potential class assignments. For example, whether your product is under the class assignment for short-range devices, wireless LAN, mobile, or DDTV. Okay, under the class assignment wise, for example, you can check which class assignment and the specific schedule. With that, you go to the correct schedule. Example, SRD, you have few separate schedules which is different. There's like for RFID, for MSC versus like wireless CCTV. Okay, from there, once you find the correct schedule, go to the definition, the class itself, the frequency and conditions. Okay, for example here, class assignment limits. Okay, look at the frequency bands allowed. What are the parameters? Versus the number 4, the conditions example, like maximum power output, operational restriction, channel plan, and modulation. Okay, then there's a table for you to refer further, easier to refer a summary. You can check the frequency waves, then you check what is the maximum power output allowed. Okay, at the same time, if you look at the operation restrictions, here, for example, 2A, SRD operate, which is operating within what megahertz, and what is the requirement. Okay, they must use like harmonic frequency, okay, and transmit power control, TPC. All right, so please check the products. If you do not know, you have to refer back to your manufacturer or principal to get this information, okay, especially on the technical parameters. Okay, once you have identified that, you actually go in further to check the test methods required. Test methods here is what kind of test report we'll be looking at based on what kind of methods. Okay, and also you'll be referring to specific technical codes. All right, so check your TSR 2000, get this information so that the test reports which you submit to us fulfills the requirements by HNCA in terms of the technical codes. For example, here is specification for short-range device. Okay, after you found out what are the tests required, make sure all the required test reports are attached to the applications. Okay, here again, it's like under IMT cellular networks, probably you need EN301908-13. Okay, then go to HNCA online, register as a client, submit the product model type application. Okay, and if you do require certain information or training, please kindly contact us. That will be a separate session we always organize and schedule it, and we will let you know the dates and timing so you can register your staff for it. Okay, as you have registered in the HNCA.online, you can very quickly go to the knowledge base to look at the list of HNCA certification scheme documents. Here I give you a brief what to look for. Firstly, you need a certification agreement with us, right? Look for this document. Okay, then after you read out, you understand, you need to print and sign for every and initialize every page. Please follow the guidelines within. Okay. Then you need to look at the certification policy, which actually will provide you more information and requirements. For example, also your fees, what kind of bandwidth, etc. Right? This will actually help you to fill out the new type approval and technical checklist form. Okay. For those who are new to HNCA, please register yourself as a member or user of this system E2. Okay, by filling out this form. Okay, and if you have existing type approval code with other certification agency, then you do not need to do type approval, but you need to register with our system so that we can allow you to do the ESLP with us, right? Therefore, please fill up this form, HNCA PAC 01/1/2, right? And the other important procedures you need to read up will be the self-labeling procedures. So for all the procedures, you can see it starts with, it has this code PRO. For all the forms, after you read up the procedures, you can fill out the forms, you can check it states with the FM. Okay? So these are very clear and easy to procedures. Right? For e-permit procedures to import your products shipment, okay, please do this, go through these procedures before you go for the e-permit form. And we have a client user manual, earlier mentioned, it's UMC DOC 01/5. Clients, please go through it, okay, to understand the step-by-step what you need to do. And if any appeals, disputes, or complaint arises from this certification book, we are more than happy to hear from you. And please abide by the procedures and fill up the necessary forms. Okay, as you look into the fees per assessment, we do receive a lot of inquiries about the fees. Just put it typically 1 to 3 radio bandwidth, radio frequency bands, you'll be looking at 800 to 2,000 per application. If it's more than 3 RF bands, you can expect about 3,000 to 10,000 per model. Okay, be it your smart tech, your smart air conditioner, remote control, your retail robots, your automotive autonomous vehicles. These are the things which require under IoT, which requires certification. Right? So always go to HNCA.online to check what are the things you need to be providing to us for verification purposes, especially your company registration, whether you have existing TAC registration, what are the fees, processing fees, registration fees, and the tech approval fees. Okay, and what kind of documents and test report required, sample units, as well as for your sample units, you need import permit. You can get it from Ganet or via our system, e-permit system, for more to enable you to get your sample units to be imported. Okay. Additionally, we may have in future certain registration for the accredited labs registration, brand/trademark declaration. This is to help you with the consumer market in terms of the IP. Okay. And in terms of product evidence, when you do the sample submission, please make sure it's a production or commercial unit. Okay, at least 2 units. Okay, in case one of the unit is not working. If you are first-time client visiting us to submit your first application, you have not done so for your CTC original copy, you can do it when you first visit us to pass us all these documents, necessary documents. Okay, and we'll try our best possible to return the samples on spot to you. Okay, so for our COC, in order to get it, if it's normal process, we expect about 7 days for turnaround time. But if you do need it to be fast, we can choose under the express, which is you need to pay more for your approval process, so that we can do it within 3 days for you. Okay, and after that, once you have the e-certificate, you can choose either by using the e-cert, or you can require us to print out a copy for your collection. Or in fact, you can also request us to do delivery to you because there's a fee attached. Right? So for your application for SLP, it's between 50 cents, or if it's serial number, it will be lower, about 15 cents. Okay, depending on volume. And what will be the necessary documents required? Of course, when you fill up the online e-forms and the technical checklist, what you need to do is you find out all these product description, relevant dimension drawings, etc., which is needed. They have to be very clear, and you need color photos, digital copies. The brochures must be clear, front, back, side of your product. Okay, we need it to be very clear. The markings, you have to be very clear. Okay, when you send it to us, take good photo of the products. Okay, or use the digital brochures, attach it to us. Okay, And while processing or reviewing your application, if you find that the products uh, do not comply to the HNCA requirements, we'll inform you what is the non-compliance. If you want to still continue on with it, make sure you get us the necessary documents, especially the test reports, which is complying. If not, you can opt to what could I ask for a refund to stop this application. It happens sometimes. Some products they have some models changes in terms of the naming. We allow that. We refund it. Of course, it's less administration cost. Okay, as per the clause 3.3 in the financial provision, you can check within the agreement. Okay. All right. So we also look forward to, if you are a principal brand, you are going to do the package application for together with your distributors. Please make sure you provide us with the authorization letter. Or if you're a distributor for a principal brand overseas and you're or local and you are doing the tech approval on behalf, make sure you get a letter of appointment from your principal or your manufacturer. Okay, there's a number of application type here. It can be package application where you are a master applicant and you are doing it together with your distributors. Okay, make sure these are the documents you need. Okay, if it's parallel after a product has been type approved, okay, you need to provide the necessary information plus the letters of appointment by the principal brand. If you are doing a parallel by comparison application, which is a new facelift product, but based on existing TAC, we need all these documents except for C, the test reports we do not need, but we need the confirmation declaration letter from your principal, as well as the existing COC documents. But some of the products, it can be found in different models of like cars. Okay, they're using the same module, wireless module. Therefore, please furnish us with the existing COC plus the declaration letters. All right. Of course, there's if you're doing R&D trial or event, you need to showcase some concept products or this. Kindly get special approval. If you are converting from special to type approval, again, you need to fulfill all, plus the letters from principal, plus your existing special approval COC in order for us to expedite your application, right? And in terms of the whole certification scheme, we are based on the 17065, where everything will be transparent. Okay, as a new client, this is a summary of the flow. Go register as a new client with us using this form. Okay, if you're existing type approval code, please help us to make sure that this existing DAC code is listed by filling out this form. All right, and if you're doing a new model, you need to have data input. But if you're a first timer, please make sure you sign this agreement, as well as also submit to us the initialized certification policy. This too is needed if you are first time new client to us, right? Therefore, we do a verification and make sure you are in our system. If you are doing a new type approval for the product model, okay, please fulfill this technical checklist. Okay, fill out this form. Okay, and for the data input, we need, as mentioned earlier, all the required documents, the test reports and photos, and letter appointments from your principal or letter of appointment of your distributors. Please pass to us. Pay up the fees as indicated. Okay, so that we internally will do our verification work. For your document review, we'll check your forms. Okay, if you have the necessary required documents, letter appointments, we will then only do the processing and invoicing, as well as once this is paid and assigned, you get the representative to contact you so that you can submit your product evidence. Okay, you based on the submitted technical information, we'll check the phones, the products manually by our verification executive. Okay, once this is done, okay, we will hand over to the evaluator, where the process is, we are talking about document compliance. We will check every single technical information you submit to us for RF, EMC, safety, SAR. Right. Once the findings are done up, we will fill up a report, summary report. We hand over to the reviewer. Under step 6, the reviewer will conclude the evaluation is final, hand over to the approval, which is currently handled by our COO, Abdul Ghani, together with the CP certification panel. We'll give you the approval. Therefore, you'll be receiving your ECOC, right? And within the process, what just now we have mentioned is everything, if it's yes, it's compliant, etc., you go to your product will be put into our database. Okay, we'll assign you a certificate, ECOC with ID, which you can use for your certification marking application, and we'll always do active surveillance, right? But then, if you do not comply for certain items, we'll request you to try to fulfill the non-compliance items. That will be stated in the system itself, okay? Or we'll send you an email on it. If you can try to fulfill it, the documents will go back for the review again, right? But if you cannot fulfill the non-compliant items, either we can tell you this product failed, okay, then you have the rights to do appeals and dispute, to request us to do re-evaluation. And if it's re-evaluation, you have to go back through the document review and what are the necessary fees. Okay, with that, we have come to almost the end of our presentation. In order to serve you better, we have more service points where we help you to clients to do verification work, we'll take in application for you, let you know what are the guides or user manual to look out for. These service points will be located near to the digital mall site or high traffic areas, because it will help us with the market surveillance. And for you as client, you can walk into them to also lodge any complaint about uncertified products, because all these will be registered in the platform, and a report will be given to MCMC, right? We are always looking for inclusive participation of the industries. Therefore, please, we are welcome you all to come in and talk to us. We will always be transparent, and any feedback will be via the online, and we have also a chatting system within the platform for you. Okay? And we are trying to be different. All right, besides our HQ, these locations will be in close proximity to tech users or resellers. For example, we are currently looking at like MDEC co-working space in Plaza South, in KLCC area, co-working space near there, so that you can actually visit. And in order for us to service you better, if you have a number of products and inquiries, you can actually write into us. We'll drop by to your office also to visit. Of course, we are not there to help you to fill up a form, all right? We are there to help you with the so-called guide. Okay, and that is dependent on our availability. Okay, and our service points will try to be near the amenities possible to reduce your waiting time. Okay, And also, we want to make sure you are accessible to other facilities like public transport, parking, etc. Okay, with that, I conclude the processes training. For those who like to continue on session 3 of the PCS client user training, kindly download the user manual for client first in order to proceed further. And you can alternatively click on the link for the session 3 to visit and watch the pre-recorded training. With that, thank you for your time.